So here we are. We have another one of these Galaxy of Adventure shorts drop from Star Wars over the last week, and it really got my wheels turning because it showcases or it kind of redefines the encounter between Yoda and Dooku in Attack of the Clones, that final duel, and it shows like I just love how it's kind of like charcoal painting. The art is a little different on this one than the previous ones we've looked at. Not as crisp, but very cool. And what it is like, you know, it's the same idea that, you know, Yoda is like a third of the size of Dooku, but he's able to flip around. He's still able to fight. It's because he's in tune with the Force. And there's this look that they have Yoda give as Dooku goes away and Yoda has to save Obi-Wan and Anakin from getting squished. And so I had to think to myself, how mad was Yoda at Obi-Wan and Anakin for failing there on Geonosis? Because obviously we know how that plays out. They have like a multi-year war. A lot of Jedi die. A lot of innocent worlds are captured. Ultimately allows for the the galaxy to be taken over by the Sith. So that's a pretty big screw up in that moment. Yep. We don't know that though. We're not Quinlan Voss. We don't have the gift of foresight, right? So, Jesse, let's start with you on this one. Do you think Yoda's mad? Is there a disappointment here? Was Yoda failed by Obi-Wan and Anakin on Geonosis?
No, I don't see Yoda like holding like that kind of grudge or anger about it. It wouldn't make sense for the character. And I also think of just that particular scene, though. I mean, you've got Anakin, who's very reckless. He rushes into that fight, and you hear no, Anakin, wait. The thing is that Obi-Wan knows that Dooku is a very skilled duelist.
Yep.
And he's a master of the lightsaber and everything. So it's no wonder that they lost, honestly.
But isn't Obi-Wan supposed to be at this point, like, he's already one of the most well-respected Jedi Knights? Like, he should have been able to hold his own.
I feel like what I see here is there's actually growth between Obi-Wan and Anakin from this point to that beginning fight on Episode 3, because they're fighting together. They're fighting Dooku together in sync. And do you think
it was maybe emotional? Because, again, Dooku used to be Qui-Gon's master. There's like an emotional thing
betrayal
there. And I think that might have been a factor. Like, Obi-Wan wasn't in one with the Force and his emotions, David.
I think that some of it was just similar fighting styles, because Yoda would have taught Count Dooku would have taught Qui-Gon, Qui-Gon would have taught... So all of these guys are learning basically from the same original source, if you will. So I think a lot of that is just they have similar fighting styles that they can anticipate each other's fights, which is why experience then becomes the winning factor.
Two best examples of Dooku's fighting style is not in the movies. Micro Series 2003, when he's in that scene training Grievous. Love how that artwork, which is the same art style they use for Samurai Jack, how that captured like Dooku's movements. But also there's a training sequence in the Clone Wars animated series with Dooku training Grievous, and it's also just incredible, like how like a one-handed duelist like Dooku kind of is, how he navigates Grievous. It's pretty cool. What do you think about this conversation? Do you think that Yoda was like mad, like, guys, this is going to really screw us over in the long run? Do you think he failed himself? Like, how do you interpret that scene with Obi-Wan, Anakin, Yoda, and Dooku? Let us know. I do want to know that. I thought this was kind of interesting. It comes up. This is a Galaxy of Adventures short, and they do like really great side videos. Like for Yoda, they found like every grunt or laugh he makes in all of Star Wars movies,
and they put it together.
Puts them together. Like, for example, another one they did was every lightsaber ignition in all of the movies. There's 154, 147 times a lightsaber gets ignited.
How long is that video?
It's like 4 or 5 minutes. It's like anyway. But we got some trivia here with Yoda, and I want to ask you guys some trivia questions and see which one of you knows a little bit more about Master Yoda. You down for this?
Yeah.
A little Star Wars trivia. It's something that David's been begging for a long time.
Are we going back and forth? Are we buzzing in? How? What are the mechanics here?
I think. What do you guys want to do?
I feel like if we do this, I'm going to hit something. So.
All right, we'll just go round table. We'll just see how it does.
We'll
start with David. We'll alternate. We'll start with David. Okay. First question here is what species? And guys, if you want to participate in the chat, you can. But maybe we need to turn David's lid down. I don't want him cheating. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want the live chat to ruin it. But if you guys are live with us, be sure to comment. And Jordan, if you know the answers, by all means, you shout them out. Don't shout them out. Don't you dare. First question is what species did Yoda fight alongside during the Clone Wars?
Wookiees.
Oh, okay. Jesse. What
One more time with the question.
You get a lifeline if you need it. What species did Yoda fight alongside during the Clone Wars?
Yeah, Wookiees.
Okay, Wookiees. All right, you are
I got
correct.
it first.
How old is Yoda?
At which point?
Yeah, that's kind of an open question there.
We'll say at the time of death. You got 15 seconds.
I know this one.
You got 10 seconds. This is like the one that I feel like you should get. 5 seconds. Oh, Jesse, come on. There's a quote.
Is it 900 years you reach? Look as good you will not?
What are you going to say, David?
He's at least 900.
Oh, is that the line? When at least 900 years
Yeah,
of age you
I-
reach?
He says when 900 you reach, but
All
we
right.
don't,
Look
we
as good
don't
you
know.
will not.
I know Yoda, guys. We don't know specifically. Yoda stopped counting, but we know he's at least 900.
Okay.
Probably a few years
Because of
over
that quote, yeah.
I would
was
say
just trying to
because-
think of the quote there.
I would say because of the quote, we would have to say the answer is at least 900 years of age. But everyone in the live chat right now says it's 900, it's 900. Okay, so we'll give it to you. 900 years old. All right, that's how we're going to say for Yoda. What is different about the way Yoda speaks?
He puts his verbs at the end of the sentence.
Backwards he talks, yes.
Okay, there we go. So we'll give that. And the last one is, what kind of lightsaber does Yoda use?
A short green one.
Ooh, I don't know if I can accept that one. Jesse?
Are we looking for like a technical term?
Yeah.
Because I'd say, I mean, if you're looking for a technical term, he's probably using a shoto.
Oh my gosh, you are correct, sir. The fifth and final question. Good job, Jesse.
Mainly because that would actually match his stature over.
You know a character I'd like to see more about? We see another of Yoda's species on the Jedi Council. Her name was Yaddle.
Yeah.
I'd love to see like a short little comic book about her. or
The
something.
Rebel, Star Wars Resistance, the Resistance podcast over there at Star Wars Newsnet, they had an interview with a guy, and apparently George hated Yaddle.
Really?
Yeah, fun fact. And apparently Yaddle didn't go the way he wanted, and then he hated Mara Jade, apparently. Loathed Mara Jade. Fun fact. And shout out to the guys over at Star Wars Resistance broadcast and Star Wars Newsnet, because they are the provider of several of our headlines and reviews.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.